Hi everybody, it's Barbara from Fay Lily Crafting. Hi, and hope you're all well. I've not done a video in a couple of weeks because last week I was away. Me and my other half went to Weymouth in England for a few days, and I caught up with a friend. We used to be best mates when we were our teens, in our 16, and long time ago. And it was so great to catch up with her because I haven't seen her since well before COVID. Our lives parted and we hadn't seen each other for I think over 30 odd years, and then we got in contact again through Facebook, and we went down there a couple of times just before COVID, and then when the pandemic hit we couldn't go anywhere or do anything, and that set off lots of anxiety and stuff as well. So it's only just recently we started venturing out again, really. And so it was lovely to go down to our favourite seaside beach in England and catch up with my dear friend Kate, and it was just so lovely to see her, working hard as usual. But we hope to go again next year, and possibly Kate will be able to get a few days off and we'll be able to spend some proper time together and making some more memories. But yeah, it was absolutely wonderful. Didn't want to come back. Loved being by the beach, loved the sea. So yeah, and I managed to do some beach combing for some shells. So I managed to pick up a jar full of shells and some seaweed. So I've washed all those, and they're now in storage jars. So hopefully I have something in mind to do with them, but I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go with it yet. So watch this space for how I get to use my shells that I found on Weymouth Beach. So yeah, today I wanted to do something with some of my scraps. I've just pulled out a few out of my box. As you know, most crafters, when they're doing paper crafts and stuff, they get loads of scraps, and I've been watching videos on YouTube, and there's lots of things you can do with them. So I thought I'd just do a few different things, not necessarily in this video, but I thought I would have a go at seeing what we can put together and come up with. Got no idea how it's going to go because I'm kind of winging it, because obviously was not doing a video for a while. I've been out of sorts and not been able to get my mojo going, so I thought this would be a nice way just to blend myself back into crafting again. I know you've most probably seen lots of other crafters do these, but I just thought I'd put my twist on it and see what I come up with. There's lots of different, these are just file folders that I've cut down when I've been making journals, you know, different papers. These ones here, they're papers I've created where I've done watercolours on the background, and then I've stenciled patterns on the top, and I've got a couple of really nice ones actually. I'm gonna have to do some more of those. So yeah, and then I've got some rice papers. These ones are pictures that I'd printed off on photo paper, and they were so vibrant, because I always find when printing on photo paper it just makes all the colours really pop, as you can see on there. And but these are some more of the rice papers. These ones I think are from some digital papers that I could possibly have got through a magazine or something. So yeah, can't remember, but I thought these would be nice because you could use these as borders. I'm kind of contemplating, should I keep those for like belly bands, because they would be really cool as belly bands, wouldn't they? We'll see. And I've got these things here. It's just where I've got foil paper and die cut them. I've got these frame die cuts. You can see the edging. You see that bit of a shine, sorry, the shimmer. You can see the edge in there. It gives you that frame outlet. And I can't remember whether actually these are foiled papers of that colour, or whether I used alcohol inks on them. It's such a long time ago that I did these. Can't remember. Really cannot remember. And then these are all just, as you can see there, you got the hole there from where they've been in a paper pad. But I thought they would be useful. I can cut that little bit out, but you still got these pieces here that can still be used. You know, it's waste not, want not, as they say. And yeah, just lots of bits and pieces. So I'm going to put that one aside because I think that would be nice as a belly band. So I thought, I was watching Kathy from, is it Kathy's Garden? Kathy's Garden Designs or something like that. Sorry Kathy if I'm not remembering quite right. Not that you would be watching my videos, but she does some amazing paper crafting, like all the people that I watch. It's just such inspiration. Excuse me. To watch other people craft, and you know, it gives you ideas of what you can do with your scraps and pieces of paper. And one I was watching the other night was where she'd make these like page edges out of scraps. You can make them for all sorts. You can have them as page edges, or what else did she say, like if you had like a paper bag, you could have it in the middle of a paper bag as a you know, or an envelope as a closure, open and closure kind of thing. But I'll show you, if you know, so you get the idea. I've got my inks, I've got my bits and papers, I've got some scrap, I've got my little box of bits of scrap material that if we might need to use them. If I need to use any laces or stuff, I've got them over there, but I can always pause a video if I feel the need to. So without any ado, let's see what we can do. So the idea was to make smaller strips, because I don't want them this wide, because that's going to just be too wide. So take them down. Will my ruler, hang on, stand up a minute. I've got these serrated edge rulers that my daughter picked up from a charity shop. She picks up some amazing things from charity shops, and just hope they work. There we go. That makes just some thinner strips. And I'm going to take that edge off there because I don't really want straight edges. It might be easier to do it that way round. You want some thinner pieces and some thicker pieces. Because the way Kathy was doing it, she did find that she ended up using her thinner pieces more on the top. So I'm just going to take that little edge off. Actually, these little serrated rulers are quite cool. I love going into charity shops and finding little bits and pieces that you can use in crafting. And my daughter's charity shop seem to have better craft stuff than ours do, where we are. So I love it when she goes to the charity shops and says, "Mum, I found this. Could you use it?" I say, "Yes, please. Thank you very much." Like all these punches here, look. See all these punches? She picked these up from a charity shop. I don't know, £1.50, couple of quid. And we all know how much these cost. Look, a nice little snowflake shaped one. A butterfly one. And a little flowery shaped one. It's cool. So I love it when she goes to charity shops. So yeah, that one's a bit plain. Let's try and take some of these down. Just want to get, see what I mean, when you try and do it that way, when there's not much to tear, it's quite difficult. So it's easier to get the ruler on the edge and then use, oh actually I just think it's this paper. Yeah, it's this paper. It's not it. Yeah, it doesn't want to tear. This paper does not want to tear. No, it doesn't want to tear. It's good paper. It's watercolor paper. The Frisks watercolor paper doesn't want to tear. So I think that's telling me something. We'll put that to one side, that one. Okay. Got a little bit of rice paper there. I wonder if this is going to be the same. I might just have to leave them and just tear them by hand. Some of these, I think. Not these, because these won't tear by hand, so I might have to just leave them. Right, so the whole point of these little page edges is so, like, if you've got a journal, I haven't got a journal handy on me, but like if you had, say, like, just use my notebook, say like if you had a page, you would just open up a page and you would make these and put them on an edge of the page or in the center or whatever. But let's make one and then we can show you. I just want to see if, no, this is not going to tear at all. That is a shame because I wanted torn edges. I might have to get my other scissors on those, my little pattern scissors. So let's try some of these. Just get some torn edges going. I've never come across that before, where paper will not tear. It just will not, it won't tear. Strong paper. I'm not too worried about these edges because they can be inked. But yeah, just tear along. There could be some rough edges. I don't want it that long either. So I might just tear those down a bit. There we go. Let's get rid of that. So there's a few bits there. And let's just, this is rice paper. I might do actually just tear these into the smaller pieces with the flowers on it. There we go. So we've got some smaller bits. Get rid of that. What else have we got here? I want to try and get some thicker bits. Oh look, we've got some script kind of paper going on here. Let's just take the edges off of that. Make sure we're staying. Sorry, moving my thing. I just want to bring the camera in a bit so that you stay in focus. There we go. And do this one. I love script paper. I've got some script stamps as well, so that I can just turn basic plain paper into nice script paper. It really does just, I don't know, makes things look more vintagey and textured and nice. I'm sure you crafters out there know exactly what I mean. Just something about script writing, isn't there? I've got another one here. Sorry about just tearing all these down, but you don't know what you want to use until it comes to using it. So, and I wasn't expecting that paper not to tear. And sometimes it's just nice. It's nice to have the rickety from the ruler, but it's also nice just to get just ordinary, basically torn paper. And like I said, with this ruler, you need to make sure that you've got the majority of the paper to tear, otherwise it won't. Well, not for me anyway. You guys might find it works for you, but it doesn't seem to work for me. Right, let's get rid of these little bits. And this looks quite a nice piece here, look. Let's take that down a little bit. So how is everybody? Hope you're all having a fabulous day. Weather here is not too bad actually. It's definitely getting cooler. We had the first day of autumn yesterday and the temperatures have definitely changed. We're having such a fabulous spring and summer. We had the drought and everything, didn't we? Still haven't had a lot of rain. We had I think the week before we went away we had quite a lot of rain that was like monsoon type rain, but then not much else really. So oh, look at this, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Let's try some of that. So yeah, but it's been nice, it's been dry, but it's just the temperatures have been a little bit cooler, which I like actually. I quite like the cooler temperatures. I can't cope with the hot temperatures. I really feel for you guys in countries where your temperatures are through the roof. We're not used to it in England because our temperatures fluctuate so much, and when we get a really hot summer with no aircon, it's horrible. Don't like it at all. I like the warmer weather and I like the sun shining, but I just can't cope with it being too hot because we get terrible humidity here in England as well when it gets too hot, and it's almost like it's hard to breathe. So my favourite seasons are spring, when everything comes back to life again, and autumn, when you get all the changing colours from summer to autumn. The you know, the colours, which I'm sure you're all aware of, the autumn colours of the changing of the trees and the leaves and everything else. It's just so fabulous. So yeah, I do like all spring and autumn. What are your favourite seasons? I know people are so indifferent, aren't they? Okay, nearly done. We've got a few bits of papers to work with now. Because it literally is, it's just tearing these down and different shapes, different sizes, and then putting them together so they fit on an edge of a page, and then you bling them up a little bit. And I'm sure you've seen them all being done before by other crafters, but I just wanted to do something a little bit relaxing, something to get me mojo going and to get back into the swing of things. I've been writing some ideas down in my little notebook of videos that I can put together, but I just wanted to start with something nice and relaxing just to get me back in the flow of recording videos again and creating something that will potentially go into something else as well, you know. We'll see. Let's see what we can do with these little bits first. So, okay. Don't want everything to be all busy. I'm just saying that I don't have very many plain bits of paper, do I? So maybe we can just tear down some plain bits of paper as well, because everything that I've torn here is quite busy. You have too much busy on busy, it's a bit much. Just want some plain backgrounds as well, just to set it off. There we go. of it, so it's not as much. I think we're going to do the same with that one. And you can at least see the newspaper type at the back as well. Something like that, and then we can maybe put something like that on the top, maybe. I don't know. I think maybe the music paper's too much. What about the signatures? And something like that. What do you think? If I staple that together, because we can cover that staple with something. So we've got the basis of the first one, and then we can link up with something. Right. Let's find a more neutral background. Here we go. Yeah, we didn't do any cooking. We stayed on a Haven caravan site, and when we went on holiday last week, in just one of those static caravans, which is nice because it's like home from home. You've got space, you know, you've got your living space, you've got your bedroom space, kitchen space. You're not just stuck in a hotel room, which is what I like. You know, I like having the space. So let's get rid of those. And some music paper. Quite like that rose there. I can't see that music paper, that's a bit better. Stick that out. Yeah, and when I go on holiday, I refuse to cook. I cook all, you know, all other times. So there we go. So there's another one. And we'll just bring them up in a minute. So we eat out basically. You know, we might have snacks and like breakfast and fruit and stuff in there for when we're not eating out. But yeah, we tend to go out and have breakfast and lunch and dinner out because we're on our hollybobs. So, you know, who wants to cook when they're on holiday? I certainly don't. I've got some macaroons on that one. It's a bit different. Oh look, we've got some nice, these are nice. So yeah, we went out quite a lot into Weymouth itself to different restaurants and by the sea, like I said, searching for shells and seaweed and stuff, and it was so nice. It's very breezy, very windy on the coast. It really was, but it was lovely. Just so relaxing. I don't know what it is about the sea. It's just so relaxing. Something a little bit different. Let's tear that one down a bit. Do. About that piece down there like that. I want to keep that down there because I quite like that. I know I haven't done the edges on that one, but yeah, I quite like that one. So yeah, we'll just look at those three for now. Let's get all these other bits and pieces out of the way. Leave them over there. Yeah, so lots of eating out, lovely sea air. Just thinking about it makes me want to go back. But we will go back next year. But now it's back to the grindstone. So need to get back into doing more videos. Right. Let's move those over there. Let's do some vintage. Oh, I didn't do any inking. I forgot the inking, but that's not a problem. We can just get the little dobber. Bring it. I've got vintage photo here. It's the distress. I only use the little things. I don't get the big ones because I don't see the point. I only need a little ink pad to dob me dobber in. Don't need a massive one to do that, so it's a lot cheaper doing it this way for sure. There we go. The difference it makes though, just putting this little bit of ink, makes it look so much more vintagey, doesn't it? I know a lot of people think, oh my god, she's putting a lot of ink on there, but I like it like that. I actually like it like that. Or that one anyway, especially the scriptures. These ones I might not do as much. But it looks like an old vintage letter when you get the scripture pages and you do more of that. It looks like an old vintage letter, doesn't it? There we go. Just quickly go around those. It does make a huge difference though when you're inking. And I know there's a lot of people that do love inking, but there are others that don't, and that's fine. Whatever your preference is, you do whatever you feel is right for you. I do like the inking just simply because it enhances it, I think. I can see my other half on his way down here. He's just finished work. He was on early recording. Yeah, he's just looking at me through the window going, all right, I'm home. I'm saying, yeah, I'm recording. So he's saying, yeah, okay. Not to intrude on me while I'm recording. Bless him. So one done. Let's do this one at the back. There we go. Yeah, I think anyone feels the same, don't they, when they've been on their hollybobs and then they come back and you have to unpack and get back to normal and you get back to work. It's kind of like, ugh, that back to work feeling's horrible. You just want to stay on hollybobs all the time. But unfortunately, we've got to work for a living, haven't we? Got to pay those bills. There we go. There's that one done. I'll do that one in a minute. Right, let's see what we can do with these. See, like now, you see these, so everything's going for a burn. You know, if you had your journal, then it would just go on the side of the page. Or you could even, I don't know, you could have it as a page edger or in the middle. You can use it as a little tuck spot. You could just put it up there and have it like a little tuck spot. Because I've just noticed these, to have it on the page, that is going to stick out of your journal. So when it's closed, you would have bits like this sticking out. So you could put it on the middle, like a belly band maybe, with that one anyway. I've done the same with that one because it's sticking out slightly. But you can, I don't know, stick it in the middle as a decoration in there somehow. Just pretties it up, doesn't it? I'll do that one in a minute. Anyway, right, got some little sparkles. I've got some of this nice trim. I think this came off of a top that I got from charity shop. It does look quite nice on there. There's something to go on the top. Quite a nice bit of muslin. I don't have that many scraps really that, oh, as you say, I've got some nice glittery tulle here. There's my scissors. Oh. It's my rainbow tulle that I made. I made a little tutu for my granddaughter when she was doing ballet classes. Wondering if I can kind of make a little ruffle. That might look quite nice. Okay, right, rather than, this is going to take me a little while because I'm going to make some little ruffles. I'm just going to pause the video and I'm going to make a couple of ruffles out of this tulle, so we can do these, and then I'll come back to you. Okay. She'll be back in a mo. Okay, everybody, I'm back. It just took me so long getting the needle threaded and stuff like that, and trying to get these all sorted. So what I've done with this one is I ruffled it over. So this is this tulle, and literally just folded it like that, and again like that, and then stitched it up the middle, and then stitched it to that, and then I put a little bit of this, I don't know how much I've got left, it's only a little diddy bit that I had, there we go, I found a little bit, it's like this little, I've got it somewhere on a roll, but these are just little remnants that I've got in me scraps. So I put a little bit on top of the tulle, and then I sewed a little button, so you can see there I sewed the little button, and then I got a bigger piece of that tulle underneath and just laid it there, and then put another piece of that glitter underneath, and then I used my glossy accents just to glue that underneath there. So then we've got a nice little dressed up little cluster, a page edge cluster. It's just a larger cluster, isn't it? And then with this one I've done something similar. So I've ruffled the tulle, and I used another little bit of that, and I stapled those two, but then I found some of this that I've got. It's like it's a dress that I found in charity shop, and it had some beautiful appliques and beading and stuff on it, so it all got cut up, and these are just little remnants from projects that I've done in the past. So I've put that on there, so you've got some little beading and stuff on there. And then I was just thinking of something on the top. Now I've got these the butterfly buttons, but I put some glitter and stuff on them, and but I don't know, I quite like the flower. I'll lay that down when I see it. What have I done with the button that's underneath there? So that's the flower, and that's the button. I think the flower makes it pop more, don't you? I'm going to go with the flower. So I'm going to get my glossy accents, just because my hot glue gun isn't on the go, it's not fired up, so I'm just going to use my glossy accents to put the flower on. Let's push that down. Yeah, I didn't want to bore all of you with the whole sewing, trying to get the sewing needle in and then sewing the button and everything on, because that just takes a little bit of time. I didn't want to bore you with that. Is that going to stick? I think so. And there we go. Oh no, it's not going to stick. Oh dear. I might have to get the glue gun fired up then. I've got a... Here's my Fabri-Tac. There we go. Let's try a bit of Fabri-Tac, see if that'll work. It's just hard. It's this bottle's so hard because I've got arthritis in my hands, and these Fabri-Tac bottles are quite hard to squeeze to get the glue out. Oh, look, it's all coming out everywhere. So it's not the easiest to work with, Fabri-Tac. Really isn't. Ugh, gloopy loopy. Don't like it. Let's try that. Is this all gone gloopy? Let's get a white. It's obviously got pierced when I've tried clearing it out, when putting a pin in there, and it's gone through the side bit here, and it just keeps going everywhere. I'm not a fan of Fabri-Tac, really am not. But yeah, sometimes it's the only thing that will put fabric to fabric though. So it's like I say, I usually do my hot glue gun, especially when I'm doing videos, but it wasn't fired up because I wasn't doing a lot of gluing, and I don't see the point of firing up the hot glue gun if I'm not doing lots of gluing. So yeah, that's those two. So what do you think? Just a quick little video to get the creative juices flowing, and yeah, when you think of them on a page, you can put them on envelopes, folios. Now you could put them on a page. You could use it on a envelope or a bag, you know, closure. Because you could make it a bit smaller than this. I mean, with this one, you don't have to have them this long. You don't have to have them all widening out. You can do them whatever way you want. But it is something it's just nice to put together, a quick cluster of just a few pieces of paper and a couple of bits of fabric, a little button, a little flower, and you've created something that looks quite pretty. And then use your imagination on how you wish to use it. Obviously, most people with these clusters and that would use them in journals, in one way, shape or form. You know, you could have it as a tuck, you know, underneath. You could glue it at the top and at the bottom here, and then use it as a tuck or like a little belly band. So yeah, the world's your oyster in whatever you wish to do. I mean, on the back here I've got the staple, so you would cover that. If you're not going to glue it down, then I would cover, I mean, to be quite honest with you, I think I would cover it with a piece of paper anyway, so it's less bulky. But I haven't done anything on the back of him yet, because obviously I'm just doing a quick video of how to put clusters together. But yeah, you could I don't know, get a little piece of paper, just tear a little piece of paper and then glue it on the back, so then that would hide the staple. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Just a quick video of a couple of little clusters, little paper clusters, some little paper crafting, just what I've got in my stash, my scrap pieces of paper, a little button, a little bit of tool and that, and there you go. Pretty. So I hope you liked that. If you did, I'd be really appreciative if you could like this video, because it does help my channel grow, and I am all new to this and would love to see those numbers grow. Also, please subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of any other future videos that I may produce. Like I said, I do all sorts of kind of videos, different crafts. Depends what takes my fancy, really, what I fancy doing. At the moment, I just feel like doing some paper crafting, because I haven't done any paper crafting for quite a while. So I might do a little stint of doing different things with paper. So yeah, watch this space, and like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and get that notification bell hit as well, so you will be notified. So hope you have a fabulous day, and look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Please feel free to comment and let me know, and if you try these out, let me know how you get on and what you do, what kind of papers you use, and send me some ideas. And yeah, it'd be good to see what you guys are working on as well. So take care, everybody, and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.